New introduction here. I want to get everybody's attention for what I feel will be a lucrative opportunity. It's the first ever NYSE marijuana IPO. We're making history here, and I feel this is just the first stepping stone in what is going to be the start of many IPOs on both the NASDAQ and the NYSE. I feel we're going to have a marijuana sector and marijuana ETFs in the future, and this is just step number one. If you are familiar with the industry, that's all I have to say. I know you're interested already. If this is new to you, this is going to be, in my opinion, the greatest financial opportunity in our lifetimes. This has never happened before. We have an established tens of billions dollar industry that the floodgates are going to open. It's becoming more and more legitimate legally, and this is just step number one. So Innovative Industrial Properties is the company. The ticker is IIPR. It is a real estate REIT that invests in medical marijuana facilities. And for this IPO, we have a new website, www.mjipo.com. I put together an hour of research video going through the filings, researching the company and the executives, and establishing a game plan, looking at some other IPOs and how they have traded. We're going to have a chat room with live Q&A during that day, Tuesday, November 22nd. And we'll also have the live webcam where I'll be showing our charts, going over, pointing out key support and resistance levels, looking at the volume that's coming in. I'm really looking forward to this opportunity. I hope you will join us. Thanks for tuning in. Let's get into the charts. Hello everyone, looking in on Apple daily, weekly, shorter term time frames. It is a bearish reversal candlestick after a nice bounce, and it shows indecision. And after seeing this upside, we've seen higher lows now 6 days in a row. So tomorrow, if we break 111.40, the low of today, that will break that pattern and indicate that some consolidation is coming. Now, it will be normal and healthy consolidation as long as we form a higher low compared to this last consolidation. Back at 108.83, the low of this candlestick, the bulls bought that dip, and then we headed higher. So the weekly time frame still very bullish, confirming the bullish reversal candlestick from last week and holding the middle Bollinger Band, trying to close above all moving averages and continue this bounce to the upside. A great start to the week for Apple. The last thing the bulls want to see, though, is a move back towards 110 by the end of this week, because that would leave an upper wick on this weekly candlestick and show weakness moving forward. So we are seeing this indecision, little doji. The tech names, what I call the election dumpers, which is Apple, Amazon, Netflix, all those names, did see some nice bounce, but they all saw a little bit of weakness, especially compared to the overall S&P 500 today, which closed up at the all-time high, but these names did not. So looking at the hourly time frame for Apple, this 20-period hourly moving average support has held for 3 days now, and we lost it right at the end of the day and closed just right at it pretty much. So not convincing enough in either direction. We'll have to see where it starts tomorrow pre-market. If it does start as resistance, we will be looking at the low of the day, 111.40, and then down to the low of the previous day back on, what was that, Friday? And that was down at 110 even. So that's a key support to hold, 111.40, because there is not a ton of support down until 110 after that level. And you can see the range is getting tighter and tighter, and we can see a break is imminent tomorrow with the tight range that we saw today. Looking at the 5-minute time frame. So a bullish bounce off the 100 period moving average support first thing, and then we lost that level, but we held the 200 period. A little bit of upside, not a ton of action, higher lows and higher highs. A little bit of a sell-off. So you can see how tight that range is. Really was for the past 5 hours. The second 5 hours, let's start over. After the first hour and a half of trading, the next 5 hours were very tight. So we're going to see a clear break, and I'm watching this low here of 111.59 and the high of the bounce attempt of 111.99. So that just shows you how the more you zoom in, the more support and resistance levels you can find. You can't really see this clearly on the hourly time frame, those specific levels, but seeing the price trade within those two ranges over the past 5 hours lets you know that a clear break is coming early on, first thing tomorrow morning. So we'll check back in tomorrow after the close. I appreciate you watching. A red day would confirm that bearish candlestick that formed today, and we'll be looking for a move back towards 110. See you tomorrow.